Hey, what's up, everybody? I am your Wrestling Rundown Champion, and I always will be the Wrestling Rundown Champion forever. And I'm here to give you guys my review for Lucha Underground Season 1, Episode 7, and this episode is called Top of the Ladder. It was taped on October 4th, 2014, and aired on December 10th, 2014. And I'm just going to get right into this one. This episode kicked off with a match between King Kwano and King Kamano and Superfly. Overall, I actually thought this was a pretty decent match. It wasn't anything fantastic or anything. Drago was watching from on top of the temple, which I thought made sense since they're feuding, and King Kamano really didn't reference him or anything. And the finish comes when King Kamano hits the throw of the hunt on him for the win. But I thought it was a decent match, 2.5 stars, and I thought Superfly looked pretty strong in the match. Then we had a video package for Pentagon Jr. talking about how since he was like in the poor parts of Japan, they weren't allowed to carry weapons, so he had to go and learn how to fight with his hands. And he always fights for people respect. And I overall thought that was he had a very good video package here, and I thought it was great. Then we had Chavo Guerrero Jr. with Pentagon Jr. versus Phoenix with Sexy Star. This was a really good match here. Phoenix hit a corkscrew dive on the outside. Chavo Guerrero hit a suplex. He targeted the leg of Phoenix, and Phoenix hit a springboard super kick, setting Chavo off the top turnbuckle, and then eventually Pentagon Jr. distracted the referee, and Chavo Guerrero used this as a distraction. No, sorry, Sexy Star distracted the referee, and Pentagon Jr. used this as a distraction to hang up Phoenix on the top rope, and then Chavo Guerrero Jr. hit a frog splash for the win, and afterwards Sexy Star got on the mic and said that she and Blue Demon Jr. are not done with Chavo Guerrero Jr. yet, that Blue Demon Jr. will be back soon. So overall, I thought this was a really good match. I'll give it 3.5 stars, and I enjoyed this segment. I'm enjoying the new heel Chavo Guerrero Jr., and I think it made sense for Guerrero Jr. to go over in this matchup here, since he just turned heel. You really want to establish that heel turn, so I thought that made sense. And then it showed a video package for Cage. He looked like a big, strong athlete, and he talks about how he's not muscular or fast because he works out to be that way. He talks about how it's all his drive to win that causes him to be that way. So I kind of can't wait to see what they have for Cage in the future. Then we had the main event. It was a three-way ladder match for the $100,000 briefcase. Big Rick versus Prince Puma with Conan ringside versus Johnny Mundo. This was a great ladder match. I really enjoyed this. Mundo and Puma worked together at first to get rid of Big Rick, and then Prince Puma and Johnny Mundo start going at it with each other. Prince Puma hits a super kick on Johnny Mundo. He goes to climb the ladder. They both go to climb the ladder. They start trading shots. Big Rick tips the ladder over, and then he hits both of them with the ladder. But since he's afraid of heights, he sends Cortez and Mr. Cisco out there to climb the ladder for him and just hand him the briefcase. But Johnny Mundo and Prince Puma prevent them from doing that, and Johnny Mundo backdrops Prince Puma into a ladder. He hits a corkscrew crossbody dive off a ladder onto Big Rick, Cortez, and Mr. Cisco, and then Johnny Mundo then sets up 2 tables on the outside. And then eventually he gets taken out by Big Rick. But no, he goes to take out Cortez through them. But Prince Puma hangs up Johnny Mundo on the apron, and he goes to hit a flip dive through the onto Johnny Mundo. But instead, Mundo ducks, and he ends up hitting a flip dive through the ladder onto Big Rick and Mr. Cisco. And Johnny Mundo tries to tip the ladder on Prince Puma, but instead the ladder just goes right through Prince Puma. I thought that was funny. And they trade shots. Eventually, Big Rick, Mr. Cisco, and Cortez all get the upper hand onto Johnny Mundo and Prince Puma. And the ladder match kind of turns into a 3-on-2 handicap match for a while. They just annihilate Puma and Mundo. And Castro slingshots Johnny Mundo into the ladder, and the Irish Whip Prince Puma into the ladder, and eventually Johnny Mundo hits a backdrop through two tables right onto Mr. Cisco, and then Prince Puma hits a dive onto Big Rick, and Johnny Mundo tries to climb up and get the ladder, and Prince Puma hits a cutter right off the ladder, which I thought looked really cool. And then Prince Puma hit a springboard 450. Johnny Mundo hit End of the World on the Big Rick while he was on the ladder, and then Prince Puma hit the 360 onto Big Rick, and then Johnny Mundo and Prince Puma went at it, and they were about to climb the ladder, but Big Rick took them both out with the ladder. He hit a one-handed spine buster on a Johnny Mundo. Big Rick picked up Prince Puma in a gorilla position and tossed him on the outside right through a ladder, and then Johnny Mundo, Big Rick set up two ladders so he could just climb up both of them, but then Johnny Mundo fights with Big Rick on the ladder, hits a low blow on Big Rick, and then Cortez and then Johnny Mundo's about to climb the ladder. A fan jumps the ring and tries to take out Johnny Mundo, but then Johnny Mundo rips his mask off, and we found out it was someone that was aligned with Big Rick, but I don't really know who it was. And Johnny Mundo beats the crap out of the guy, hits a super kick on him on the outside, and then Big Rick plays defense as Cortez and Castro try to grab the ladder, but Johnny Mundo hits hangs Big Rick up on the top rope, and then he hits a springboard drop kick, setting everybody off the ladder, and then he grabs the money, and he celebrates, and then Diario Cueto comes out and says that he hopes that now that he's getting paid him his $100,000, that him and Johnny Mundo can have more of a working relationship, and he wants Johnny Mundo to give him back the key that he took from him, the insurance policy, and he forces him to put it around his neck, and Johnny Mundo, instead of teases like he's going to, but instead he cracks Dario Cueto right off the head with the key, and then he puts it on him and says, "There you go." And I thought that was great. And the funny thing is, Matt Stryker and Vampiro, who were doing commentary for this show, are like, well, Johnny Mundo is going to be working on the Indies next week, even though Lucha Underground is the Indies, so that really didn't make any sense for them to say that. Don't try to put over your company like it's bigger than the Indies, because it really wasn't, so that was dumb. But overall, this was a great episode of Lucha Underground. I thought it had some great wrestling on it, and I really enjoyed it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It was a great episode. I'm reading a lot of the reviews about the early stages of Lucha Underground, and a lot of people are saying that it's lacking a fine direction. I disagree. I think it's been a great start for Lucha Underground. I think all the matches have been great. Everybody has some sort of storyline, some sort of purpose to be on the show, and I think it's been a great episode. I kind of like how it's put, like I said, how it's produced like a TV show, like a Breaking Bad, a Walking Dead, like a TV show like that, and I'm really enjoying it. And as for this ladder match, I thought it was a great match. I'll give it 4 stars. It was great. And that's pretty much it for my review of Lucha Underground. Make sure you guys tune in to the Wrestling Rundown. And make sure you guys also, just check out the other stuff on this channel. Like, comment, and share this video so people will watch it. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more content and click on the bell so that way every time you upload a video, you guys will get the notifications for it. Make sure you guys do the same thing for my CM Brothers and On the Talkinator YouTube channels. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.